That. What's up, everyone? That. See here. You guys can you hear me okay? What's up, everyone? A little bit earlier stream today. I actually got work off today. I recently requested work off today. I had a bunch of stuff to do and all that fun stuff, so that's why it's a little earlier stream today. But oh yeah, I actually do need to make a quick tweet. This. All right. Okay. What's up, everyone? Slider, what's up? I think you said what's up before the stream. I actually had to kick the stream out like 15 minutes. I had something come up, but just finishing watching your video. Now a live stream, back-to-back vibes. Yes, sir. Kid Arcade, what's up, dude? Back to back. I like watching your stuff, Kid Arcade. Kind of glad you're our new, I'm gonna say new, right? You are doing drop streams and stuff, which is always fun. I wish I could do drop streams, but I unfortunately can't. Not with my work schedule. I guess I technically could have today because I had the day off, but rather not. One sec. And then I just realized I was muted. Oh well. Pasternak 88, what's up, man? Hit the like, what's up, dude? Jason, good vibrations, what's up? Hooks are dumping even before the airdrop. Yeah, dude, we do one together. Yes, sir. Yeah, we should one day. If it's a weekend one, I'm down. I can't really do it during the week. Usually there's good drops on the weekends, I would say. Like I feel like Thursdays and then like Saturdays, Sundays are usually really good days for drop streams. Or not just drop streams, but just I feel like that's usually when we get the good drops. I feel like not too often we get like, oh my god, it's a huge grail or something big on like a Monday or a Tuesday. Not too often. Be Virgin. Vivi Virgin. Throwing a bunch of different pronunciations out there. So yeah, I just quickly threw together my morning, what's it called? Vibe breakdown. I know I was a little all over the place, but there's just a lot going on right now. Dude, with the Hulks dumping and everything like that, I'm probably done chasing airdrops. I felt like I got a good price, and I did get a good price on like the Planet Hulk and as well as the Red Hulk, but like now they're both like well below those prices. I'm like, damn, like dude, I thought I got good prices for those. Now it's like way below those prices right now. So but what are you guys doing? What do you guys think about the Hulks, the pencils, airdrops? Honestly, I have not looked at all at any of the new drops that Vivi has announced. Let's actually see. Actually, I have them pulled up right here. Haven't really looked at the haunted house thing. Looks like Coco was just announced. And then this, everyone's favorite billionaire only wants is everything too much is not enough. Ron English, mogul grin. Okay. Pretty interesting concept. I don't know if you guys can see this. I like the song. Oh, you guys can't see any of this. All right, let me move over. Yeah, I haven't looked at any of this. Okay, so there's an ultra rare, secret rare. Okay, let's take it. Actually, let me mute the music really quick so you guys can hear this, if you guys haven't checked it out yet. That's the rare. Is a green ultra rare, and the secret is a gold skull. Okay. I wonder what that weird little squiggle is on the back of his head. That's like supposed to be like his like ponytail or something. I wonder if that's supposed to like mean anything, or that's just too funny. Oh, it's happening during the Vivi party. Get entry to the Vivi party. What was that? Okay, it's a drop at 8 p.m. Let me like, oh my gosh, dude, sorry. Sorry for the flashbang. I haven't looked at the mints at all. 30 gems. I like Ron English's stuff. Actually, he's one of the few independent artists I actually have stuff of, but I'm probably just gonna hard pass on this. I don't know, it might come down to the game time decision, but it's just going to be the typical. I mean, we all play this game, right? We've all played the game where this will go for 18 gems. This will go for 23, 24, so below retail. And this will go for, I mean, 666 isn't that low. And I know Vivi's going to withhold 90. So really it's closer to about, was it like 570 or something like that? Like 575. It's still not, it's rare, but not that rare. I don't know. This will go for 60, if that. It's hard to tell. So probably more than likely like 50 if I had to guess. I could be completely wrong though. There might be some like really big wrong English fans out there, but again, if you're a fan of it, go for it. I'm not trying to bash Ron English or whatever. It's just right now the general market sentiment and what I'm personally looking for. This ain't it personally. And then there was another announcement. They did Coco. Never watched it. I haven't seen. There's actually a lot of Disney Pixar movies I've like yet to see. I still haven't seen Frozen. I still haven't seen. I don't know, like Elementals. I still haven't seen. Gosh, I can't even think of all the ones off the top of my head. There's another one where like a guy's like, I think he like plays the piano. I forgot which movie that is, but I haven't seen any of them. But gotta zoom this in actually so you guys can actually see what's going on. I'll be holding on to my pencils, hoping for the best with that animation or utility it may bring. I really hope so. Because as of right now, like we talked about it last stream, the pencils. Let's look up the pencil. I think right now you'll be able to, I think before drop, you'll be able to buy all the pencils for under 100 gems, roughly. Yeah, right now it's what, 18, 15, 18. So what's that? That's 36, 50, 90. Right now you can get the pencils for for about 90 gems. And then with the Aladdin pencil, that'll probably go for 20. So for as of right now, you can essentially get the desk for 110. Now, will the desk be at 110? Could it be at 200 potentially? I will say the Wreck-It Ralph is the kind of, and the pencils, Wreck-It Ralph pencils could skyrocket too. That's the one that the whales basically essentially chose to restrict. The universe is expanding. True. It really is. I used to watch a ton of the, God, what do you call it? Not sci-fi, but like Discovery Channel, or I'm trying to remember some other like TV channels that would talk a lot about space, the universe, and how big it is. And there's like the Great Void, and there's like the Great Cold. I don't know, like eventually the universe is going to keep expanding and further away, where all the galaxies, where like eventually we're not going to be able to see anything. But then again, everything we do see is from like technically tens of thousands, you know, hundreds of thousands, millions, bajillion years ago. You know, the stuff we see in the sky right now, like a star, could have died 1,000 years ago, but we just don't know because light takes so long for it to get from where it is to us that it could, yeah, it could have died 1,000 years ago and we would never know. That got really, really deep very quickly, so sorry to kind of take it and run with it, Jason, but it is what it is. Looking to get my second Rizzo. Keep dropping, baby. Dude, really? That's awesome. You know what? I randomly thought about Rizzo the other day. Someone should make, I really want to see, dude, you know what'd be hilarious is if like Kid Arcade or someone that does art really well did a Rizzo, but it's actually like Lizzo, like the artist, and she's dressed up or like some sort of outfit involved, like, looking like Rizzo. That'd be hilarious, like Rizzo Batman. Nice production value, yeah. Let's go. What's up, Vivi Wheels? How you doing, dude? And Slider, I'm not going for... Sorry, I must have hit that. There we go. Not going for any airdrops. Haven't been waiting for comic book burning for exclusive covers. I like it, dude. I will be there. Let's go. Handicap Hulk, sorry, but that's inappropriate. Is that what I said, or is that someone else said? Me and a few people were joking about like, dude, like what's Hulk dropping all this stuff? I'm like, dude, what if you just get a rainbow Hulk? It's just all the colors, doesn't matter, doesn't make sense. I do think the gray one looks, it looks good. It's accurate, but I'm not sure if part of the reason why the Hulks are dumping is because it wasn't kind of whatever. Everyone thought it was going to be Gray Hulk, but I think everyone wanted the banner to the Hulk like animation all in one go. But obviously that didn't happen. We'll let the handicap this time. Oh. Not even close to the bottom. I agree. I haven't looked at Vivi in a while. Seems like prices are still bleeding. Any chance prices will rise again? Do in time. I think the Vivi verse, when we start getting access to that, we could see a minor bump in prices. I think we could see a bump in Vivi potentially. And I know this is like very far off speculative, but a lot of stuff revolving around like Bitcoin, like the Bitcoin ETF and all that stuff. Like I really feel like if Bitcoin kind of pops off, people might, you know, then Omi does better and then people sell profits, or probably because Omi's doing better. I don't know. It just seems like there's just, you guys remember last bull run, there was that weird connection between Vivi, Omi, crypto in general, all that. It's kind of all tied together in a weird way. Sorry, I just got this cough going on right now. Just like this weird connection of what's going on in the market. Maybe people are just a bit more generous, because right now, I'll be honest, I have a lot of liquidity just like in real life, just like in my bank and, you know, other investments and stuff like that, where I could free up and just throw it all at Vivi, but like I probably would have if I had this much money like 2 or 3 years ago when the bull market was really happening. I probably would have, or at least like a good portion of it, throw it at Vivi. Luckily, I didn't have a ton of money at the time. And I just kind of like, what do you call it? Involuntarily didn't invest a lot. So I wasn't able to. So I kind of got lucky that way. But I could totally see myself like, all right, if I had this much money 2 years ago during the bull run, I probably would have thrown a good amount at Vivi, or Omi in general when it was at, you know, at like 1 penny or something like that. So I don't know, like that could help with that too. If we start getting like MCP points, if we get some burns going on for comics and collectibles, there's a lot of like minor things. There's nothing that's going to sweep it's not going to increase the entire market, right? There's nothing that's going to sweep the entire market off its feet. And it's like, oh my God, this is happening. Maybe some Bitcoin stuff. We're talking like middle of next year or early on next year. There's a whole bunch of stuff happening with like Bitcoin that could get people excited, and just kind of like the trickle down money could eventually end up with Vivi. You know, random marketing from Marvel, Disney, Star Wars, DC, if they actually start advertising our stuff, who knows? What's it called? The AR headset with Apple, you know, there could be some weird partnership with Vivi. Extremely, I wouldn't say extremely unlikely, but it's very unlikely. I don't know, there could be some bullish cases as like things that could happen that could get Vivi some traction, but as of right now, like in the very, very short term, I don't see anything outside, you know, even with Viviverse, like there's gonna be certain collectibles that go up in value, but it's not like everything is just gonna skyrocket 50% because of this one thing. We really just need more people on the platform, digital collectibles to be more mainstream, and we need, honestly, licensors to get on board and start actually advertising to their millions of fandom that, okay, we're doing digital collectibles and here's the utility and why you should buy it. That's my take on it. Yes, they are saying, or we need more collectors. Take it back. We also need more collectors on the at least for like the comic side of things and all that stuff, and collectibles too. It's just right now I do think there's people that were investors like me or flippers initially when I got into Vivi, that I became a collector, and then I think some collectors, including myself, have kind of started swaying towards, all right, now's the time to flip, because I don't know, I'm trying to remember what the statistics were, but I thought it was Vivi Fox or someone like that that said, I think it was I'm trying to remember, but it was like 80 or 90% of the drops that have happened this year are below retail, and that typically happens, right, with the blind box, where if you have 3 different rarities, usually the bottom 2 go below retail and the top 1 is usually above retail, right? So already immediately 66% of drops are like below retail, right? And there's a lot of solo drops too that are just not sold out, right? A lot of the Star Wars vehicles and things like that, like the AT, ST, things like that, where it's just like, all right, there's just not enough hype around it, or maybe the box price is a bit too high, so it's like, okay, that's below retail. There's a lot of stuff below retail. And I'm trying to remember the other statistic too, but it's also like 40% of the drops this year are unsold. And I think a lot of those are comics, right? A lot of the comics, just a lot of the newer ones just haven't sold out. They're just not super popular. They're not grails, so they just don't sell out. You know, it's not 2021 anymore where you just buy every comic no matter what because it's guaranteed profit. So things have changed. Yes, they are saying eventually you won't be able to get from one galaxy to another, even if you went to the speed of light. Yeah, well, the whole point is, well, you know, eventually in order to actually travel, we need to, you know, wormholes, all that stuff, where you're not actually traveling. You're just, everything else is moving, but you're staying at a singular point, more or less. But I don't know. I'm a huge sci-fi fan. I'm a big nerd, so like I could talk about this like time travel and space. You know, it's all theoretical and it's all just a bunch of, you know, at least from the shows I've watched, it's a lot of just like mumbo jumbo. But like there is some theories about. That's why it's called a theory. It's yet to be proven. But my collectible says your turn to rant vibes. Now, guys, people are flooring everything. What are you doing? Get out of here. Dude, I was laughing so hard during your stream when you were telling people just to get out of here. You're like, get out of here. What are you gonna say, Grogu? Get out of here. Yeah, Grogu's saying get out of here, guys. We don't want you. Just leave. That was my impression of my collectible. I don't know. You weren't that upset, but I could definitely tell, like, just the general market. You know, it's acting up, right? Just get out of here. And honestly, I've even caught myself kind of, you know, not shit talking, but there's times where I do kind of talk down to some drops, you know, and I've been trying to get better about not just being very objective or like, all right, I see the drop, I see the price, here's the mints, okay, it's below retail, whatever. You know, I tell people, if you like it, go for it. You know, if you don't, there should almost be like a meter where it's like the quote unquote flipometer, the collectometer, investometer, whatever, where it's like, look, if you want to buy this, go for it. If you don't, as like an investment, maybe not, but if you're looking to flip, okay, that's a risk you're willing to take, whatever it is. But Gray Hulk is wearing leggings. Legging Hulk, I like it. Yeah, let's see the Hulk. Should be down here pretty soon. And dude, if you guys haven't voted yet, you guys should actually vote for these covers. If you guys haven't done it yet, go cast your vote for like these covers. All these, like, these are some really good top 10 covers. I don't know how much further I can zoom in so you guys can see. I mean, that's pretty darn close. I like all these covers, but the one I'm probably the least fan of is the all new Marvel Now .1. I don't mind the colors, but I'm trying to remember the one I voted for. I've always liked Avengers 47. Just that like tri-color scheme of the white, red, and like green. I love. I didn't realize how good Spider-Man Noir Ultra Rare looked. Same thing with the Death of Gwen Stacy, that comic. I think personally, dude, I don't know, 252 looks good. I'm trying to remember what I voted for. I did this like 2 or 3 days ago. I think I voted for Spider-Man 121. It's just a very unique looking cover, in my opinion. I don't know how else to explain it. I don't know. I just really like it. And then I forgot the girl's name that did that cover. Dude, she got like top 4 on this list. I think it's Nicoletta like Baldari or something like that. I think that's her name. But she made like 4 of like the top 10 or something like that. And then the final page where you actually get to vote for your artist, she's done like a ton of covers for Vivi. And there's actually another artist that did Gambit and a few others that I really like his work too. I've kind of forgot all their names, and honestly, Vivi really needs to make it a bit easier to find their names, at least in my opinion, like on the website. And same thing on here on my NFT tracker. I would love it if they actually, when you look up a comic, it would tell you who's the first appearance as well as like who's the artist, if there is if it is like a custom artist. Can't wait for the bull run to start buying. I mean, ideally you buy before the bull run, right? That's kind of the whole point now, where it's like, now is kind of the time to stack, right? I mean, don't over leverage yourself, but this is not the exact bottom, me personally, but if you were to start buying now, like, it's not a bad time. Depends on what you're buying now, right? So sorry. I hope the community gets a mechanism to burn Omi, like a fun and addictive VV-verse game that goes viral. I think you'll see the community rise up. I hope so too. It's just tough because I don't know, a lot of play to earn games for the most part. Not so much play to earn, but I mean, you're essentially asking people to burn money, right? To play a game. You know, people don't mind paying like a subscription fee for like an MMO or a microtransaction to buy this, and usually those things either give you a very tangible boost or some sort of extreme benefit, right? To actually, like, you know, spend $1 or $15 or however much it is, right? And I know Omi is like super cheap right now, and technically you can have a game that burns like 0.0001 Omi or something like that just for fun. But I think there's actually plenty of burn, and I think there's a lot of people that have like crunched the numbers for Omi, because I've actually started to buy more Omi. I think as of right now, I've probably put more into Omi cash wise, just like raw fiat, than I have into Vivi so far over the last, like, I don't know, month and a half or so. Because in my opinion, I do think there's a lot of utility. I've actually already bridged over a decent amount of Omi from, you know, the exchange that I use over to Vivi. So I'm actually getting MCP points for owning Omi right now, which is a lot of fun. I couldn't tell you how much I'm actually getting, but it's pretty cool. But I think like there's been people that have actually crunched a ton of numbers on what, you know, Vivi theoretically, or sorry, not Vivi, but Omi would theoretically look like just with like the burns and drops with Vivi, let alone any kind of burn mechanics or anything like that outside of what we have with Vivi. But if they do add additional burn mechanics for Omi, that'd be awesome. What are we talking about? I'm here. We are here. D'Angelo. Not true. Theory of relativity is proven. I don't know. I haven't really looked into it, but Levy MC, what's up, dude? Hey, Vibes, what's up, JKRB? How you doing? Jerkerby? Is something still a theory? If it's proven correct, wouldn't that become a law at that point? I'm trying to remember. I thought there was like a, you know, it's like, okay, the law of gravity or whatever it is, but they don't call it like the theory of gravity, right? That's what I thought. I don't know. I haven't studied relativity or anything like that, but I don't know. Anyway, is there anything you guys want me to look up in the market or anything like that? Have you guys got your fish? Have you guys bought fish? Did you guys grab the most recent grail, the Black Widow nesting dolls? You guys hard stacking those? Hope you guys are. Also, actually, yeah, I wanted to talk about this. How'd you guys do on the Iron Man drop? I actually ended up getting, I got two. So I got one Iron Man on drop. I got the common on drop. I actually sold it in the market for a small loss. I think I sold it for $6, 6 gems flat. So I lost a gem there. And I think the reason I did that was because so I could go for the rebound to kind of like re-roll and just get a new one. I'm like, all right, fine, I'll pay a gem. Basically, you're just paying a gem to have another opportunity at getting whatever, right? But I think it looks like it changed. I don't know, did they change it? Because I heard some people were able to buy multiple on the rebound. So did they get rid of the fact that if you won one on the drop, you don't have to sell it to like give yourself another opportunity on the rebound? So I wasn't sure if you had to do that. Maybe I just sold one unnecessarily, but if that's the case, I should have just kept that original Iron Man. I still have my common that I got on the rebound, so I ended up getting 2 commons. But I heard there were some people on Kid Arcade stream that actually ended up getting like, you know, well, Kid Arcade actually got an uncommon and an ultra rare, which is cool. I actually called that. So Bob Sales, what's up, dude? Theory of general relativity is proven. Common folk use them interchangeably. Then that's me. I'm a common folk. Look at me. Use them interchangeably. I got a secret rare, dude. Nice. Sold it for 140. Scared to hold. It'll probably pay off. I mean, unless there's just. What am I doing? Just put iron 1. Has it pulled back since then? I'd say it's a decent little. I mean, it's good profit. Profit is profit, right? So it's a good little sale that you got there. This could keep pulling back. I mean, if we're talking, you know, Iron Man could do anything, but at the same time, what has happened on the last few secret rares that aren't like huge grails, right? They tend to pull back and just kind of keep slowly bleeding out. Not always, but yeah, congrats, Bob. I could only get 1 on rebound on my side. Yeah, same here. I could only get 1 on rebound, so I wasn't sure. Some people on Kid Arcade stream said they were able to get like 3 or 4 on rebound. I'm like, what? 100%. I'm a bit worried about comics recently. Yeah, and that's the other thing too. Like, if you're, I mean, unless you're a big Iron Man fan or like, you know, if you were on the fence about Iron Man, it's like, I mean, do you like Iron Man? I mean, do you like Iron Man enough to like, you know, have the secret rare and hold on to it for a long time, right? Like, it's okay to sell stuff. If anything, you give someone else the opportunity to actually buy the secret rare. That was me with the fish. Like, I actually got a uncommon fish. It was this one. This fish, which I actually do like a lot. I actually did really like the interview that they did with Brock McBreadcat, the whole person that did like the fish thing. I really like that. But I actually got a two-digit ultra rare of this, and I put it on, you know, I sold it for I think like 60 or 70 gems, something like that. You know, and people are gonna be like, oh, you floored it and you got in this project, you're just flooring the NFT. It's like, yeah, I've never been like a low digit person, and I've always used that as an opportunity to basically sell it and get more liquidity to either just rebuy it at a cheaper price and now I have a bunch of gems for profit, or at least I'm giving someone else the opportunity that is a 2-digit mint hunter or someone that does like 2-digit mints for them to buy it. So it's like, I don't understand why people sometimes get upset. No, I mean, no one's come at me yet about it, but I'm just saying in general, I have seen people kind of get attacked for flooring projects or this happened or that happened. Why are you selling this? You know, it's like, because I want to. It's that simple. Iron Man's not really my cup of tea, to be honest. Never has been, but I like the collectible. That's fire. Yeah, the collectible one does look really good. I still have that. D1 and only, what's up? And then Hinano, what's up, dude? What up, vibes? Loving these random streams. Yep, you got it right. They're random as they can be. So you're either gonna like it or you're gonna miss it because they're random. I'm assuming both of you are on the beach right now. I hope you guys are enjoying yourself. What time is it over there? It's probably, right, yeah, probably about noon, right? A little afternoon, probably like 12:45. I buy some Halloween stuff instead. Nice, nice. But yeah, these Hulks are getting absolutely choke slammed. They're even lower than when I covered them this morning. I think the price of this was like 125, so they're getting undercut even harder. So I bought my Planet Hulk at 169, which was that. I mean, it was 160 or 170 was actually a resistance level for a long time, relatively, for Planet Hulk. So when I got to that level, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna buy it. The announcement's gonna happen. It might pump up again because people are buying. I did not think it would go down by 50 gems from where I bought it. So no beach yet. You got that time right. Still grinding. Let's go. Trailing D as usual. Yeah, dude, she's fast. You got to keep up. You got to be quicker than that. What do you think to the Haunted Mansion drops? I talked about it earlier. You know, I'm using your words here, Bob, but that's not my cup of tea. I probably did go on the Haunted Mansion ride at some point. Let me look at these rarities again. Yeah, they're a bit high for me. Yeah, I don't, if I did go on the ride, I don't remember it. Again, if people like this stuff, I mean, totally go for it. Either go for it on the drop, or if you're trying to save the gems and you absolutely love the, you know, uncommon or rare and you don't really care for the secret rare, maybe just wait for the drop and then just buy it on the secondary for a discount. Or if you just want to gamble for a good mint, whatever it is, go for it. Is it going to be a profitable drop? That depends on if you get the secret rare, or you get like a low digit mint, right? So trolling? Oh, right. Trailing. Yep. Oh, I thought you said trolling. I don't know. Trolling or trailing. D's got us beat. September is almost over. Where's our X-Men 1 comic? Right? Where's our X-Men 1 comic? Where's our Star Trek drops? That's what I'm wondering. Where's our Star Trek drops? Let's see if the prices on the Hulks have actually updated on my NFT tracker. I'm still not 100% certain how often they actually update this. Okay, it actually seems like it's somewhat consistent. Right now, actually, Planet Hulk is saying it's 109 right now, so someone actually listed one for cheaper. Hulk is 550, barely above retail. Red Hulk is barely above retail. Normal animated Hulk is below retail. You know what's sad is She-Hulk is now more than all these Hulks. Planet Hulk is at, I mean, how many mints is this one? I thought this one had low mints. Yeah, this one's super low mints, actually. This one actually has 500. 500 mints on the She-Hulk. I don't know, maybe people should pivot, you know? Pivot for the She-Hulk. Gotta have the bell on or I miss it. Yeah, they're pretty random. One Star Trek? Yeah, just more of it. That's all I want. Your poster will be worth probably 15 gems, so dropped. Items that essentially 15 gems? Yeah. Not... Again, people can do whatever they want. I'm personally passing on it, so... What was the... I don't know. There's some ships I do want. I do want the Defiant from Star Trek. I do want the Bird of Prey. That's the Klingon Bird of Prey. I also do want the Stargazer, which I think was... I remember I saw that ship and I'm like, oh, it's a pretty cool ship, or it's pretty unique looking. And then... I don't know. I think of it like another ship that I want. I can't think of one off the top of my head, but... She-Hulk, let's go, right? You going to New York? I'm not. It's a bit much for me. I do not mind going to San Diego, you know, decon if they're doing it, but I really want to go to a Comic-Con because I feel like that's really when like Vivi goes hard with the drops. They do probably more interactive stuff. You know, Marvel's there literally, so you can kind of interact with some stuff there, but it's just a bit much for me. And quite frankly, I'd rather just buy more Omi or like buy more comics than kind of, you know, it does cost more significantly more in my opinion to go to like the Comic Cons versus just like the decon. Yeah, are you going MC to New York Comic Con? Dude, go there. And we're all thinking it. Get your Vivi logo, bro. Get it. They found not likely. Dude, just go there. Message Alex and ask for a logo. Be like, bro, if I go there, am I getting a logo? I'm not saying that's the only reason why you should go, but it's a pretty damn good reason to go if you could. But I'm not going. Sorry, we don't want to skip D. It's the twerking that got her so much higher. Dude, that show was just, I realized it was supposed to be satirical and kind of like funny. I don't know. It was okay. It was tolerable. Let's say that. All right, what's the comics doing? Dude, the comics in general, I'm sure you guys already know this, but there is a lot of comics right now below 2 gems. Rare. There's a lot of uncommons and commons below 2 gems right now. It's fair or it's far? I thought you said it's fair. It's far. It is far. That's a long ass flight, but the logo though. I almost went to Vegas this weekend for Arcade's part. Oh, you know what? I completely forgot about that. I was almost contemplating going, but I completely forgot he had his birthday. I mean, that's like that's barely a 4-hour drive for me. And I actually don't mind doing that drive to Vegas. I completely forgot about his birthday. I remember him bringing it up like a month ago or something like that. And I remember hearing it and I'm like, okay, like, yeah, it would be cool to go and, you know, see the people there and, you know, not just him, but also the other Vivi people and stuff. But I completely just, you know, I definitely would have been down to go there. Yep. Probably break even. Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah. Do it. Is his birthday coming up? Did it already happen? I think he said almost went to Vegas this weekend. Oh, it's coming up. Oh, I thought you said like last weekend. Vibes for the win. Yeah. I'm loving collecting comics right now. Super cheap. And they also said it looks good in the Vivi verse 2. Let's go. Oh, you're just there in late August, huh? Yeah, that's it. I don't know why, but me and a close friend, my collectibles, we watch you a lot, obviously on your streams and stuff. I don't know how we came up with this joke, but we watched you and we were watching your stream and you were talking with like Grogu, and then me and my friend were joking around like, what if Grogu is like my collectibles, like deep, like evil thoughts, but it's like stored up in Grogu's head, like you're all positive, but like, you're like Grogu, like no, we can't do that, Grogu, not live on stream, like can't talk shit about this and that or whatever it is. Like I don't know why, but we're just like laughing about how like Grogu seems innocent, but he's actually like containing all the, like the evil thoughts that that you have, my collectibles. Oh, I think it's Big Bro's birthday. Okay. VV Vegas vibes. Let's go. Say the word. I'll book the tickets. Is it this weekend? Let me hit up. Actually, let me hit up. What's his face? Hit Arcade. All right, just hit up Arcade. Grogu says a lot off air. I knew it. Me and my friend knew it. Grogu says a lot of stuff off air, that's I'm sure. Like I get to see like you're just live streaming and like Grogu's like trying to like floor collectibles on your phone, or like while you're like on your computer, he's trying to like lean over and like click on your stack of you know, whatever it is, like comics or whatever, like floor it. Like, no, we're collectors. We don't do this thing. Like, floor it. Grogu, no, we're collectors. Like people, that's, you know, that's what I want to do. Like, no, profit. Like, what if MC is Grogu? Ooh, that could be it. It's this weekend. Okay. Guess it's the 30th. In D, I got broke. My crypto is Juju. I got. Oh yeah, dude, Jeff, you were the one that said you got like 20 commons in a row or something crazy. So you got 2 cube airdrop and you got 2 legendaries. Let's go. Nice. I can't spread my crap luck anymore. Yeah, you've already used it up. You might as well just stop, right? That's how this thing works. I haven't opened up any cubes, and to be honest, I think I'm just gonna hold them until they come out with the market. I just feel like, not that it gets the project, but I really feel like it's a slippery slope of just like, just straight up just gambling. You know, it just reminds me of loot boxes, and it's this thing I did before on other video games, and it's very similar to that. And I'm like, look, I don't want to open that can of worms. Surprisingly enough, in that video game, those loot boxes now are worth a ton now. So it's like, because there's only so many boxes, that now it's worth a ton. So I'm kind of just applying the same concept. And plus, I do think obviously there's way more people opening or keeping them in the packs rather than the cubes. So that's it. We're getting legendaries. Let's go. Just spoke to his agents. He said you should go. Vegas, baby. Let's go. You can literally say what you want. If it comes from a puppet, can't get sued. That is true. If it comes from a puppet, you can't get sued. I don't know. I just feel like it's just all the evil or the inner thoughts, the disturbing thoughts that my collectibles has. They're just like projected onto Grogu. Getting ultra graves. Let's go. I'm blowing the air horn for you. Burr, 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 burr. I like it. Congrats. Yeah, we got 20 comments and an uncommon in a row. 20 comments in a row. Yeah, go to Vegas or buy Cryptoys boxes. That's the difficult part, right? It's kind of like a coin flip. So I don't know. I just hit up Kid Arcade. So whose birthday is it? Is it Kid Arcade's birthday as well as Big Bro? Are they both going to be there? Not sure. Let's see here. All right, let's look at some common comics. What's the cheapest ones right now? Common comics. What are the cheapest? Flip it. Dude, I know I've said this a million times, but I really like the Silver Surfer Black. The common, not so much, but all the variants look amazing. Common looks okay, but when you put them next to the variants, it just the variants look awesome. I do need to do those. Vegas to gamble and win more money for cubes. That is true. Exactly how it works. Sorry to get mass adoption with no market. Definitely need that soon. I agree. Fish sticks? Is that a reference to something? Fish sticks. Oh, like a curse word. Fiddlesticks. Fish sticks. We all know it's illegal to curse in Canada, so it's okay, my collectibles. It's okay. Biggest bros, big bros going to Vegas. Okay. Vivi fam meetup. Vivi Magic will be there to get her first tattoo by Arcade. I want my first tattoo by Arcade. I'm definitely not going to be getting it that weekend. But if I go, I do want my first tattoo by him. I just haven't thought of it at all, really. So just got over 400 collectibles on Vivi. Now need 500 comics. Let's go, dude. That's awesome. Do you got any good ones, Super Rush? Like your favorite collectible or your favorite comics? I think I have 80 collectibles and 310 comics. Let me see here. Yeah, 84 collectibles, 310 comics, 20 full sets. I'll tell you what, most of those sets are solo sets. I'm just telling you right now. Yeah, it's like solo set. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, like just the whole drops alone. Yeah, like I have a lot of solo sets, so I'm kind of inadvertently just racking those up, you know. Honestly, another like really cheap set to get. I think So I think there's the other Infinity Gauntlet. I think this one's just a solo set, if I remember right. Like 11 gems, rare solo set. Pretty sure it is. I was actually kind of keeping an eye on this one. It sounds strange, but if this one gets like well below, like this gets like cheap single digits, like why not, right? Like a blank glove. Of course, it has no stones, but it's still the glove. Do it. Grogu's in Vegas right now. No word on it. When he'll return. Yeah, he's over there spending all the credits, buying death sticks. We know what Grogu's up to. Yeah, this is like 11 gems. Yeah, it's a solo set. I could arbitrarily pump my set amount up by 1 by just buying that. Monday morning vibes wakes up on Arcade's couch with a Grogu tattoo. Oh, dude. No, but what if Grogu gets a tattoo of me? Vivi vibes. It only makes sense. Yeah, I just don't know where I would have to look at places to stay. I do have I could hit someone up, but MC, I want a drop head from Inano. What do I do? Or what do I do to join? What do I do to join? I don't know. You would have to hit up my collectibles for that. 41 Spartaham is my best one. Really? Did you buy that or did you land it? I really like J. Scott Campbell, Harley Quinn, or Death. Those are good. I do like those. Actually, let's take a look at that one. What's the... Oh, this is the J. Scott Campbell one. Yeah, I do like this one. She's still in the store. There's just a lot of Harleys on the app right now. Kind of glad we haven't gotten one in a while. Yeah, it's like the Vivi hangover. That's how I imagine it. Thoughts on the Ron English drop, possible airdrop, and party invite utility? Yeah, possibly. I like that Monopoly guy. Yeah, I wouldn't. I got the article pulled up here. Is there any talks about utility on this that I just like overlooked? I don't know. Like, as much as I like the party stuff, like, unless you go to the events, I mean, you're not going to any parties, right? You have to physically be there. Like, I really like the physical utility. Like, even though it sounds weird, a lot of the Bat Cow stuff has like, oh, early access to this, or you can get like into this line faster at this event, or whatever it is. And like, it's cool. It's just like most of the events seem to always happen like around like the East Coast or like New York area, or like Chicago or something random. And I'm like, well, it's not happening around me, and I'm not going to fly out to a different state just to get early access for something. Yeah, these ones actually don't look too bad. Gold one does look really good. I don't know, it's just my luck has been not great recently, and I feel like these drops where everyone is just swinging for especially these ones where like they'll look the same, right? I feel like the flooring gets even more egregious because unlike Lion King, where it's like, okay, Simba, Rafiki, and then like Scar, at least the other two, the two lower rarities, are still FAs of like significant characters. These are, yeah, it's the same thing. I'm sure they're different, you know. I'm not sure if Ron English has some sort of like lore or anything like that, but typically with drops that are like 3 the same thing, the flooring on the two lower rarities is always just like worse. Like it just gets way below retail. And then this one is usually much, much higher. So that's just what I've noticed. That's kind of more just, trying to remember the term. It's just been my experience. Let's say that. 41 Spartaham on market, costs an arm and a leg, but worth it, I said. Let's go. Someone's got to buy it. Someone's got to hold it. Go on his Discord and put your name and a drop head number in the channels. Let's go. You don't know about My Collectibles Discord? Let's go. Let's look at that. D is just like the ambassador of everyone. She'll help anyone. So yeah, so we looked at Hulks, we looked at pencils. We didn't really look at the comics all that much. All new Ghost Rider. Actually, one thing I did want to look at is some of the ultra rare covers. Like, there's some really good ultra rares that I'm kind of like the ultra rares that were selected for like the, you know, best looking covers. I do like them, but there's a few that I'm kind of like, either I'm misjudging on the fact that they're not Vivi exclusive, or they just didn't like make the cut. I actually do like the Daredevil one quite a bit. I do like the first appearance of Black Knight. Like, that one's really good too. There was a couple I said to myself, I think Bullseye looks really good too. I really, really like Bullseye. Like, kind of taking, I don't want to say, you know, obviously he's popular in the Daredevil realm, but not obviously not the most popular villain, but like they actually made him look really cool right there. I'm trying to remember another one too that I was looking on this list and I'm like, man, I'm surprised this didn't get it. Ghost Rider was another one. I will say it does look a little off. Like, I'm not a huge fan of the tire like covering up and like his head covering up like half the title of the screen. I do like the action of like the chain and stuff, but I can kind of see why that didn't make it, because everything looks awesome, but just it's almost like he used up too much of the cover. I don't know how else to explain it. There was like one other one too. Oh, this one. Even though it looks really, really close to the original, this one looks amazing too. I really, really like that one. We'll look at like one more. I could have sworn there was like one more. I like the chrome one. Yeah. Sorry, I can't because of privacy. DMM. Cool. I could have sworn there was one other one that I looked at and I'm like, man, how did this not make the list? I feel like Gambit looks really good, and actually this one looks really good too. I'm surprised this one didn't make it. Oh, did I just lose it? Go forward. Okay, maybe let's just click back here. Vengeance #1. This ultra rare looks really good too. It's very colorful, I'll say that. Maybe it's not the most interesting looking one. Black Panther one. I think that's Shuri, right? That one looks really good. This Avengers one. Of course, the Gwen Stacy made it on the list of like top 10. All right, last one. Dude, what about this one? Tales of Suspense 94. That's beautiful. I'm just kidding. No. It looks aight. Let's see here. Is there anything else you guys wanted me to look up? Stuff like golden moments, secret rare comics. I should just see what the heck the secret rare comics are doing. Not release date. We'll do floor price. Yeah, what are the cheapest secret rares right now? Yeah, dude, there's some secret rares. I mean, this one's approaching 20 gems. I'm gonna buy this if this gets cheaper. I really, really like this one. Actually, really like this one with Gambit. This one is Mr. Sinister, right? Which one's X-Men 25? I think that's the one where Wolverine gets his adamantium torn out. Yeah, that is. Okay. Okay, so this is the one where his adamantium gets torn out. I don't know if you guys can see that. That's this comic. So it's more of like a storyline comic, obviously not a FA, but it's like a big part. And I think this is kind of where I haven't read all the comics. Obviously, I've watched a lot of YouTube videos, a lot of lore videos on just like X-Men and all that stuff. But this is kind of the start of where like Magneto just snaps. And I think also does Professor Xavier, because he kind of essentially just takes out all his enemies. It's a line that like Magneto never crossed, which is like try to basically obliterate Wolverine, and he crossed it this time. So that was kind of like a big point. But like I really like this secret rare cover. So if this gets cheaper, I'm probably gonna swoop. It's a really cool action scene. If you guys didn't know, I'm sure most of you guys didn't know, or I'm sure both of you guys do know this. I'm trying to find an easy way to show it. But that's actually Gambit right there, like in the little holographic like piece of the cover. I actually remember seeing a lot of cards and comics with that like holographic like panel on the front. It was like kind of cool looking. Whenever you move it left or right, it would look like it was kind of moving or like glowing. But that's the secret rare cover. So you a DM. That's how. What's up, dude? I don't think I've seen you before. Maybe I have, but I'm streaming a bit earlier than normal. I'm streaming like a full like 2-3 hours earlier than what I typically do. So Squirrel Girl Ultra Rare. I think I've seen that one. That one does look good. She looks adorable. 9 gems, or sorry, 10 gems. She has a tail? Is she like actually part? Well, she has like, is she just a furry? She has squirrel ear like headband, but this makes it look like she has like an actual tail. At least she's just a furry. Which, no judgment here, but I mean, to each their own. All right, let's go to secret rares. Let's go back. Floor prices. What are some other like really cheap secret rares? This one looks kind of cool with what's her face at the M16 just running and gunning. Caught live. Let's go. Yeah, please look at the Headspace collection. You can still buy it like it's on drop. Headspace collection. I'm not. Is that something like Headspace collection? That sounds familiar. Oh, these guys. Okay. We're still in the store. $140 for this. We'll take a look at these in a little bit. Right now we're looking at the comics. Honestly, I completely forgot those NFTs even existed, to be honest. What's up, Vibes? You think grails like Marvel Comics #1 will keep dipping down to 25 gems? I have no idea, dude. I do think like prices are going to keep dipping. And the second you think it's done dipping, it'll just keep dipping. I'm not saying, you know, and that's the thing. It's like, I'm not fighting that like the comics or anything like that or their project, because when you think about it, nothing's changed. Like Hulk is still Hulk. These comics are still digital comics. Like nothing's really changed. It's just the sentiment around them has changed, and just how long it takes and like the market and all that kind of stuff. So it's like how the prices are going to perform. Will Marvel Comics 1 be like a significant comic in the future for Vivi? Yes. How low can it go? I don't know. I do plan on buying a couple more, because it's kind of like it's kind of like Todd in a way, where it's like a multiple FA. It's like, okay, it's like the first officially licensed comic almost ever, right, on the blockchain, and then it's also the first one on Vivi, and then it's also the first Marvel Comics 1. So it's like kind of like like that trifecta, right? Almost similar to Todd. So yeah, that could be a big one. Could it keep pulling back? What is the price right now? I know I'm kind of jumping around a bit, so I apologize, but Marvel Comics, the common at right now, 30. It wouldn't surprise me. Kind of it's already at 30. It wouldn't surprise me if someone will randomly floor 25 just to get rid of it quickly. But you can see these like really big walls between like 36 and 30 right now. Like there's actually quite a few here, quite a few listings, and there's also a lot of mints too. I mean, 60,000 mints. That just means there's more people probably holding it, but there's also more people also just flooring it as well, right? So, but that's a good shout out. This is one. It's one of those things where it's like, all right, do you want to buy another Marvel Comics #1, which has 60,000 mints, or do you buy a giant size X-Men? Right? Like what's between 35 gems and 25 gems right now for commons. You know, do you buy one of these other three? I mean, Journey to Mystery, Tales to Suspense, both have 10,000 mints. Giant Size X-Men at 7,500. Yeah, you kind of have to ask yourself that. Do I buy one of these other three where it's like 10,000 mints or less, or do I buy a Marvel Comics which has 60k? That's up to you. And if you already have one of each, then grab whichever one is your favorite. When you think the next Platinum Moments gets released? Oof, I have no idea. It's funny because me and Dino used to joke around about that like 2 years ago or like a year and a half ago. About like, oh, they're going to release Platinum Moments and then they're going to release like Diamond Moments and then they're going to release like, I don't know. I don't know like what's above that, but Vibranium Moments. Who knows? She's a furry. Real tail? What? Okay. Because her power is that she has a real tail. Okay. Can't make up my mind if it's worth the gamble to try and get it on the box draw. Oh, those? Okay, let's take a quick look then. I honestly doubt it. The other thing too is like if you do land one, let's say you get lucky and you do land the secret rare. What's it called? The headspaces? The headspace, I think it's 2 words. Oh, it's because I have the comment selected. What's the box price? 40? And it's 140 for the secret rare. 388 here. 88. So that's what? Just shy of 2,000. It's like 3,600. Let's just call it that. 3,600. I mean, you have about a 15% chance of landing this. I'm just throwing a random, not a random number, but I'm like just number crunching. But you have like a 15% chance of landing the secret rare. Probably a bit less, unless it says on the thing. Let's look at the store. And I got to refresh the page because every time I go here, it gets weird. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but me personally, the fact that I forgot this even exists means that people aren't really looking for this thing. So even if you did win, in order to actually sell it, you would have to one, land the secret rare. 2, you're not going to be able to like floor it for 139 and get a sale, right? Like you're probably going to floor it for like 110, something like that, in order to get a profit. So it's not like you can't undercut the floor by 5% and expect to sell this, at least if that's the goal. I mean, I kind of forgot these were a thing. I thought this used to show you like, oh, you have a 1 in 24 chance or a 1 in 10 or whatever it is, but something like that. You can do whatever you want, or just throwing it out there, just saying. What we could look at is collectibles between 45 and 35 gems, comics and collectibles. What could you get instead? This is what I do. You could guarantee a Labracorn. It's cute. Throws up rainbows. Got a lot of ultra rare comics that you could grab between 25 and 30 gems, even some secret rares. You can get an Excelsior. You can get Darkseid. I'm just giving you options. I'm not saying you should, but there's a lot of things that you could get just guaranteed. That's what I don't know. That's typically what I do. If you're really battling between, but if you're just straight up gambling, if you're just trying to say, hey, how can I turn 40 gems into something more? I don't know. I can't. I don't know if that's like the best gamble. I'm sure someone's crunched the numbers, or maybe somewhere you could like try it out on like comics or something like that to get something that's like find a way to create gems, but not sure if that's the way to go personally. How often does NFT Tracker update the site? I'm not sure. KGM Jam. I wish I knew. I'm sure it probably says it up here, but I never bothered to read it. One general support. Says Not that I can see. There's been times where I've heard where it updates like, okay, like once a day, but I've actually seen this update multiple times a day. I'm just not sure if it's hourly or if it's like every 3 hours, 6 hours. I'm not entirely sure, but I do feel like this does update. And actually it's already updated even since we've watched the stream, because earlier on the stream, I think maybe before the stream, or at least this morning when I did my video for falling NFTs, it did have Planet Hulk on here as one of these. And is that Thor really that cheap? Let's take a look here. We might have a live snipe here. Unlikely, but possibly. It's this Thor, rare. There was a Thor for like 8 gems. I mean, it's, I don't know. It was brief. It was brief. But yeah, I guess this does update. I'm not sure if it's hourly though. I wish I knew. Marvel Comics 1 prom, it has a lot of mints. Yeah, it does have a lot of mints, but it's classic. It's the first one, right? So, I mean, look at Todd. It's the first one, but I mean, I will say a lot of drops that happened before the bull run, or even kind of towards the very beginning. Yeah, a lot of the prices are propped up a lot by the fact that, like, okay, people were buying Marvel Comic 1s for like 200 gems, and now it's worth, right, a fraction of that price. So, which one do you think is better to buy? Gold and silver logo 5K or SR Spider-Man 4.8K? That's entirely up to you. I would say, like, if you're going to like a lot of Vivi events and you're going to a lot of stuff, like, I think you would get more mileage out of the gold and silver logo. Vivi fans. I'm just not sure if the logo is gonna like outpace SR Spider-Man, especially if like Vivi really pops off, right? It could. I don't know. That's a tough decision. And as far as we've heard, there's still some Vivi logos that need to be like, not need to be, but that could be handed out as well. So there's going to be a little bit more supply that gets kind of injected in. And there's also less SRs, right, than there are gold and silver logos. If I did this. Gold and silver, what's that at right now? It's at 5K. Oof, it jumps up pretty quick. Promo drop, this exclusive limited edition. How many mints are this? Let's refresh here. 500 editions. Okay, a little bit more scarce than I thought. For some reason, I thought this was like 1,200 or something. I don't know. That's tough. That's entirely up to you, dude. Me personally, if you like held a gun to my head, and again, not financial advice, I'd probably get the logo. I've always wanted the logo. It's probably one of the few things. Like, I would actually be tempted to sell SR Spider-Man, but the Vivi logo, I would never be tempted to sell. That would be like either the one I just hold forever, and that's the one I just take the ultimate pride in, or it's the, like, you know, I don't want to joke or be satirical here, but like the retirement, you know, hold, right, where it's like, all right, if Vivi is super household name and it's basically the Amazon 2.0 of digital collectibles, yeah, that would also be worth a ton. So just bought Avengers 1 ultra rare. Let's go. Nicely done, my collectibles. Nicely done. I like it. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. Let's pump the floor of Avengers 1. Avengers 1. But dude, good on you. I do like a lot of the ultra rare. That is a nice ultra rare cover. Actually, I was really contemplating buying this, but also another good one that actually it just dropped today. It was the Iron Man 1. The Iron Man 1 ultra rare actually looks really good too, and I actually do like this Avengers 1 as well. I also like that this Hulk actually looks pissed off. I feel like there's almost like too many covers where Hulk is, obviously he looks pissed off, but I feel like there's also too many covers where he looks like kind of like chill, or not look like he's about to tear someone's head off. Of course, the classic Iron Man, little antenna on there. I like it. Also today's drop for the Iron Man, this one. I really like the ultra rare. The ultra rare on this one actually looks really clean. This one looks really good. His eyes through the iron mask and all that stuff. I do like that. I'm up to 85 2-digit mint collectibles, working towards 100. Let's go, dude. That's awesome, Super Rush. Is there any like collectibles in specific that you're looking for like 2-digit mints and stuff? I don't have any 2-digit mints. Dude, if you would have hit me up earlier, maybe if I didn't floor my 2-digit mint fiche, I would have sold you one. I would have given you a good price. And this is why, like, when I get 2-digit stuff, there's collectors just like Super Rush that want 2-digit collectibles, right? Like, I don't know, it's so weird. People are like, oh, you're flooring a 2-digit? Like, yes, because I know there's someone out there that actually likes 2 digits more than I do. I know at least one person now, but I'm sure there's more. Please check your DMs. Okay, cool. I love it, man. Thanks for the feedback. I really like your opinion. I would just buy to hold it. I would what? And that's the other thing too. Like, having the Vivi logo does put you in a, I would say, a much more tight knit and probably more active group, I would imagine, than like the secret rare, if there is even a secret rare Spider-Man group, right? Just the fact of holding the Vivi logo puts you in like in the realm of a lot of other like influencers and content creators and people like kind of more directly tied to Vivi and stuff like that. So that'd be really, really cool. So I think the Master Collector rank will replace the gold and silver logo utility. Interesting. I'm not sure how so. I'm kind of curious what you, in what sense, replace. I think the Master Collector program will replace the gold and silver logo utility of like meeting. I feel like most utility for gold and silver logo is like meeting up at events and stuff, right? Getting shirts, like apparently you're supposed to be getting utility like every, once a year or a couple times a year. You get shirts and other like Vivi memorabilia. You can like hang out with David Yu. You get invited to parties. I think that's the utility of gold and silver logo. Slavs, what's up, dude? You laughing at the nicely done? Dude, I love my collectibles. He's awesome. And that's the thing, like, I'm the type of guy is like, if I'm making fun of you, that means I like you, right? What you need to be worried about is when they, when I'm not giving you attention or when I'm just straight up ignoring you. Same thing with like coaches, right? I mean, I played a lot of sports. Like, you should be like, if you're playing a sport and your coach starts ignoring you and like they stop correcting you or like kind of helping you, like that's when you need to be worried. That's when you're like, oh, they don't give a damn about me anymore. That's probably not a good situation, right? Vivi's so boring right now. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, yeah, nothing's pumping, right? I mean, a lot of stuff is going down and we're all kind of just waiting for, the next big thing. I mean, we did technically, which is Hulk. But the Hulks are going down in price. The whole desk utility thing isn't happening for a long while now. I mean, we're not getting the pencils for the Aladdin for like another 3 weeks. So it's a ways off. Yeah, so not a lot is happening right now. I agree. Pavel, what's up, dude? Let's go. Yes, sir. NFT Hero needed a more fun burn mechanics. I wholeheartedly agree. We need some shit to burn. Comics, collectibles, MCP points, Omi. Like, we just need something to burn. Something needs to happen and like kind of shake up the market a bit. I'm sure, I would hope Vivi's working on something like that. Right now, it seems like we're just getting small tastes or glimpses of burn mechanics and this and that. But as of right now, yeah, there's not a whole lot going on. Or I mean, there is a whole lot going on, but it's just not shaking up the way we expected. Like the whole pencil thing, when they told us that like, oh yeah, you're not getting the Aladdin pencil for another month, I'm like, ooh, that's a long time. And the Hulks, the Hulk announcement happened, but a lot of people are just flooring it. They're just flooring their Hulks now, so. I haven't bought anything from Vivi in a while. Last thing was Avengers 16. What's that? Oh, is that the disco Captain America? Which one's the disco Captain America? Let me look at the store. You brought it. I was laughing so hard. You were like, I bought Disco Captain America. I'm like, what are you talking about? Never heard of that. Or how come when I go to comics, it shows it in like alphabetical order? Let's do this. This actually might be a bit faster. So comics release date. Let's just, it was an uncommon, right? There it is. This is D. This is what D calls Disco Captain America. Uncanny Avengers #1. Where he's doing like a disco move. It's called Disco Captain America. I like it. Looking to pick Iron Man comic in the market soon. Iron Man #1. Oh yeah, the one that just dropped. I'm buying now while it's still boring. Yeah, that's a good call, right? That's what I'm doing right now. Kind of. I mean, Omi's not boring right now. It's on the radar of a lot of people right now, so it's not gonna. I don't think Omi's gonna go back to 0005 or 0006 anytime, at least anytime soon, if at all now. I think the cats are kind of out of the bag, but I'm buying now. I'm buying a lot at like between 000 like 79999, or basically 0008, and like 00085. That's kind of where I've been doing a bit of buying. If it goes down lower, I'll get more, but I already have a strategy for like dollar cost averaging. No, not that one. Yep. Smart. I should buy while it's low. I mean, I think it could go lower. I'm just saying. As of right now, it just seems like, market is just slowly bleeding out, which is fine. And until something happens, right? Until we get a reason or an announcement or something happens, the market needs a reason for it to turn around, right? Whether it's including Vivi directly, or Omi, or ecomi, or Bitcoin, or Apple with their head pro thing. Like there's a lot of things that could happen, right? The market as a whole, I'm not sure, but like specific NFTs and stuff like that, yeah, there could be Viviverse, or okay, now we're giving utility to Fish or whatever it is. Like, yeah, things could happen, but the market as a whole, not too sure. But and again, not trying to. I'm just saying it how it is. Like I feel like at least I would like to imagine that I'm saying what people are thinking. I'm so positive in this space. I still buy stuff. I bought the Iron Man this morning. I bought Fish. I actually owned one Fish a long time ago. Then my account got hacked. You guys already know about that. But like when they announced the Fish thing, like I bought three Fish and then did that whole deal. So I like supporting the space. I like supporting content creators. I like I like Vivi a lot, and the people, and D, and Disco Captain America, and JKRB, and NFT Hero. I like you guys. I like hanging out with you guys, even if the market is complete in the dumpsters. It's kind of one of those things where I think it says a lot about not just content creators, us, but like you guys too. We're all hanging out in the heart of a bear market, right? Or hopefully towards the bottom, and now we're gonna hopefully upturn here in the next like 6 months or so. I think it says a lot because I've noticed a lot of people in the Vivi community that have just completely disappeared, and I'm not judging them, whether they had to leave for personal reasons because they actually need to get a job or do whatever. They don't have time to make content creation, but there's a lot of people that just kind of like completely disappeared right when the bull market started getting tough, or sorry, not bull market, but right when the bear market started getting tough, or people were kind of losing profits. Like people just disappeared, just like never made content ever again. At least not yet. So, and of course, when Vivi gets popular, there's going to be more content creators that show up. They're going to be, they're going to show up with their 100,000 follower subscriber channels, and instantly get more content and stuff pumped out quicker. But I don't know. That's not what I'm kind of wanted to focus on. But it's just like, I don't know. I could just like stop making content forever and just wait for the bull market and then start kind of showing up out of nowhere. But I like being here. Remember VV Vision? Yeah, dude, actually I want to show you guys something. Hold on. I forgot I had these, but these are actually some. I think Vivi Visions have been of an exception because those guys were like really young, and I think they like legitimately graduated college or did whatever, and then like got busy with life. So, like I said, I'm not talking down anyone that had to stop. I had to do it, right? I had to stop making content for like 6 or 7 months because I was just like busy with life and getting a job and all that fun stuff and licensing. But I forgot I had these. But these are stickers that Vivi Vision gave me like a long time ago. They actually gave me these at DCon last year. I remember they had a few of these stickers and I just kind of put them away, and I have 3 of them. So I'm just kind of keeping them as a keepsake, and like occasionally when I have them on top of my little like desk or nightstand thing, or like in a drawer, I should say. But occasionally I open these, I'm like, oh yeah, I kind of forgot about them. Those guys were a ton of fun. I really liked watching their content. I hope they make content sometime soon, or I'm trying to remember if I have. I don't think I have their actual like phone numbers, but I think I might be able to like hit them up on Twitter or whatever. I don't know. There was I was kind of going through a list of like content creators that I used to watch like a lot. But either they got busy with real life or they're just, I don't know. Actually, let me look here. Sorry for the, use that screen is bright. Let's see. Is there a way I can like make this bigger? Okay, here we go. Okay, this might give us a better idea. Here we go. All right, do you guys remember these guys? Let me zoom in. These are just the ones I'm subscribed to, so it's just like, it doesn't mean I like these people more than other people. There's actually a lot of people I watch that I'm not subscribed to either because I forgot or whatever. But like Andrew Ellis, I remember his stuff was like really, really popular. I remember I tried to collab with him at one point, but he just got busy. I really liked his setup. Like one day I actually do need to take time to like actually make thumbnails, actually make like cool intros and outros with like songs and all that. Like there's a day I need to actually sit down and like do all that stuff, but I just been quite frankly lazy. I'd rather just like just sit down and hang out with you guys rather than like spend hours and hours and hours learning how to make this type of thumbnail or this voiceover or this thing or this you know, overlay or whatever it is. It's like I'd rather just hang out with you guys. One day I'll do it. But Andrew Ellis, there's Bob Sales right there, yes sir. But Thompson, he still makes content. I'm not sure how much is it about Vivi. Kevin Anderson, he's starting to make content about Vivi. Chris Coffey, he's kind of went to more variety like Web3. He still talks about Vivi and Omi occasionally, but now he's kind of more like the Web3 space. Cody Thrive, I don't know, I subbed to him a long time ago. Used to talk about Vivi, then he disappeared. Comments to Crypto Rain actually subbed to recently. I've seen his stuff a bunch, but I never subbed. Cryptos with Taco, I remember subbing to him. He had some interesting like pack opening videos and stuff. Danny DeBull, Dino, Doctor of Stuff. I recently ecomi, Execu Speak, Foster Hilt. This is Heather, when she used to make the VVT, right? And Foster Hilt, he only makes content. He even admits, he's like, I only make content if I feel like if it's like relevant. Johnny Dunn, I don't think I've seen any content from him recently. Same thing with like Hello K. Kid Arcade is consistent. Dude, Kobe collects. I will say this. I haven't watched his content a lot because he usually streams when I stream, or we're kind of like alternating, or like sometimes he streams like kind of late into the night, and I watch, but like it's usually just like too late for me, and I'm just like kind of done with the day by that. But he's like really consistent. It surprised me how consistent Kobe collects is. And then same thing with Kyle. I think it's kind of with like Crypto Coffee Chris, Crypto Chris, where they kind of become like more variety or just like Web3. Marvelous Packs, Meta Lemon. Actually, Money Rolls is a guy I just started watching recently. Recently meaning like last few months. But he talks about Vivi occasionally, but he talks about just like the general crypto market and stuff in general. Mr. Locknet, My Collectibles, never heard of the guy. Heard he's pretty cool though. NFT Pirates, Non-Fungible Wonderful. I'm not sure if he still makes content or maybe it's like once a month. OG Vault, Ohm Dog, Orange Bag Lady. I think she used to be like an OG content creator. I'm not sure if she's making it now. Patient Hodler. I think he took like a long break and now he's starting to make videos again. Rob Stuff. I think he's still doing like eBay stuff. Shawnee Poo, I just subscribed to. I watch his videos occasionally. Sleeping Comics. that doesn't make content like too often, right, in the traditional sense, but like every time he does, it does really, really well. It's very informative. So like once in a month, he'll just put out like a very like informative and like a good video. And then let's see here, Superstar Money. Oh, there's Taco Breaks, which is the same thing channel. Taps Trade was another guy. I think he just got busy in real life, or maybe there was just in his mind not much to kind of like talk about. But I feel like Taps Trade used to make like a lot of consistent content. I would say he always had really good videos. I'm not sure if it was, I don't think it was like every Tuesday he made a video, but I don't know. He used to make a lot of content, not so much anymore. The Dropcast, now he works for Vivi now. He still has his channel up, which is interesting. I know Corey had to delete his channel, but I guess the Dropcast is able to stay open. I don't know. Maybe it depends on the type of stuff Ryan had to do versus what Corey's doing now, where he's basically like the face of Marvel and Disney and all these IPs that, you know, he has to do a drop for, right? The Gale, I feel like he used to make content. He got really into like Bat Cows and HRO and all that stuff, and I was too. I remember hanging out in spaces like listening to him and his old Vivi videos, but I think there's been a break. The Palace still makes content, I think. Sometimes I see them do like video game stuff. And then the Real Uncommon podcast, of course, Randy Chavez, probably the person that deserves, you know, as much as people say it's a setup for like, oh, Vivi logo, he got 41, whatever, but like if someone deserves one, it's Randy. Like the dude is just beyond obsessed. I love Vivi bros. I kind of wish they would come back. I think they just got busy and they kind of starting to do stuff in real life. Of course, Vivi and 3, Vivi Vision. Yep, that's the guys we just talked about. I don't know when they changed this, but Vivi Fox. I'm sure there's a few others, but that's kind of it. And then Vivi Magic, of course. When Supergirl was there. I don't think When Supergirl really makes content anymore. Maybe like shorts occasionally. And then Vivi Magic, of course, makes content. Wolf of Vivi Street. I don't know why, but Wolf of Vivi Street. I think I've maybe watched a couple of it. It's some of these content creators, they have not legitimately made videos in like over a year and a half, 2 years. So it's like I don't remember all of them off the top of my head, but just an idea. I don't know. It was kind of like a nice way to just, I don't know, walk past memory lane, if you guys remember some of those content creators. And I'm sure there's a few that I was sub to. Actually, I did like 6 months ago, maybe not 6 months ago, probably about 4 or 5 months ago. I did unsub to some just content creators that just like, I just looked them up. I'm like, oh, I kind of remember this. And like, don't make content in forever, like, you know, since 2021. And I'm like, okay, I'll just unsub because it's just taking up space. And I don't know, it's whatever. Not like I don't like him anymore. It's just like I just kind of unsubbed. Sorry, I'm way behind on chat, but I wanted to kind of just run through that real quick. Yeah, I remember they were in college and got and on top of that, they weren't getting monetized. Yeah, that's it. Vivi Vision, yes, we bought their hoodies and saw Carter at Anaheim Decon. Yeah. Evolve Collects, what's up, dude? Iron Man thumbnail is the best. Oh, the Iron Man thumbnail, which is like the classic like thumbnail that I do. Yeah, I do need to change it up though. I do one thing I need to do is I need to redo my logo. It's a logo I made like 2 years ago. I just threw it together really quick in Photoshop, but I do want to make it look nicer. And 2, I might rebrand, unlikely, but I'm not sure if I want to stick with Vivi vibes, right? I'm not sure. I doubt there's any legal stuff involving with Vivi or whatever, but just in general, I don't know. I might have to change the name. We'll see, but yeah. Money Rules is base. Never really watched Butt Thompson. Yeah. What up, D? What's up? Shankster, I miss Rob's stuff. I know he still does eBay content, but I don't think he's done with anything Vivi related in a while. Yeah, I think I looked at his channel probably about a month ago, and I don't see any Vivi stuff recently. He's definitely doing eBay. I thought I saw him do a little bit of HRO stuff. I'm not 100% sure, but Cavell unsubscribed because he talks way too much about himself and doesn't get to the point in his vids. Yeah, his style is very interesting. I have nothing against the guy. He's part of the reason why, you know, I'm making content now, and I watch, you know, I watch as much. I mean, he was very consistent. So it's like, you know, we all had that itch like 2 years ago, right? In 2021. Where we're just obsessed with Vivi. We're watching as much content as we could, and Cavell was one of those guys for me. We all do it, right? We all go off on tangents and stuff, but I do think in his videos, yeah, he does talk maybe a bit too much, and he gets off topic, but I do the same. So, do you want it only? Vivi needs to do okay this coming bull run to validate its existence. I think it needs to do more than okay. I mean, it really needs to blow off the top, and not just like catch other people by surprise, like, oh, what's this Vivi thing, but even catch us by surprise by like, Oh, and I'm not just talking like, okay, I want the floors of everything to go up by 10x, and like I want my Iron Man #1 comic that I bought for 6 gems to be worth 75, and like that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like crazy utility. I would much rather have. I would much rather get an extra. I don't know, because how many active Vivi users do we have on the platform right now, right? Like low 5 digits, like 10,000 ish or something like that. I would rather get an additional 20,000 people on the platform than, oh my God, everything is skyrocketing and then everything just dumps back down, you know, all like within a year. I'd rather have 20,000 more people, because then we can do word of mouth a bit faster and get, you know, and now that we're basically tripling the active users, now things could sell out faster. There's more liquidity going in. I'd rather have that personally, but ideally we get like 100,000, right? You know, this is back in the day where we legitimately thought there was like 25,000 new people joining Vivi a day. Remember that back in the day with all the bots? Those were interesting times. What up, Vibes? What's up, Scalper? Dude, a lot of new names, and not new names, but names I haven't seen in a while. Probably because I was, you know, today's an earlier stream, and I kind of wanted to get it done before some other stuff. So, I once made a out of app deal with Rob. I sold him a C3PO for, yeah, that was, times were different back then. And to be honest, like I said earlier this stream, like if I had the money I have now, I mean, I don't. Me personally, I wouldn't be throwing that much at it, but it's like if I didn't have that much cash back then as much as I do now, like yeah, I probably would have thrown a good amount of money at shit, including C3PO, including Elsa and Walt and this and that. Like I probably would have, but you know, like I said, I was kind of involuntary in it because I did not have a lot of money at the time, like 2 years ago. Gale was far. I did like the Gale. He had funny content. I loved his intros and his outros. He was very like, I loved his glasses and the whole like psychedelic kind of like third eye kind of feel of everything. And he had good points and he was very entertaining. I feel like he's made a video somewhat recently, but maybe not. I don't know, not recently. There's a whole lot of new content creators now, which I'm always excited to see. There's a lot of content creators that are out right now that I think would have absolutely killed it during the bull run. But quite frankly, like me, my collectibles, Dino, a lot of those people, you know, we kind of showed up at the right time, right during the bull run. I legitimately got over half of my subscribers within like the first month during the bull run, like between like January, like between like, I would say first month, but I would say I got about 1,200 to 1,300 subscribers between November and January, like that 3-month bit during like the bull run, and everything was just going parabolic. Like I got like 1,200 subscribers, and then after that, the last, I don't know, year and a half or something like that, I got like an additional like 1,200 or whatever. I don't even know how many subs I have. Not that it matters, but that just shows you how crazy the bull run was back then. This brings back memories. Yep, it did bring back memories. And there's even a few people I unsubbed from, so there's probably even a handful of other content creators that I unsubbed from like 4 months ago and I kind of forgot about. But are you going to keep the galaxy lights? Love those. I'll probably do something with it. I don't know. I'll probably do something with it. I have no idea. I haven't really thought that far ahead. I know that's kind of what I'm known for, is like the galaxy lights and like all the trippy shit. But did you go for today's drop? I did. So I landed 2 commons. So one on the drop, one on the rebound. I actually sold the one on the drop for a small loss. Like I sold it for six gems flat, essentially, because I thought you had to, and apparently I guess they fixed this, because I remember last time I was trying to go for like a rebound on a drop, like you had to like sell the original. Like if you won the drop, you couldn't go for the rebound, so you had to like sell the original and like go for the rebound, because if you had one in your vault, you couldn't go for it. So maybe I didn't need to do that. Like that wasn't my intention. If I would have known that, I wouldn't have sold my Iron Man 1 comic, but whatever. I still have 1. So essentially I paid 8 gems for my common, like after all the math is done. I don't want to sound negative, but I view a lot of Vivi NFTs as NFT spam. A lot of Vivi oh, you mean just like all the other stuff around it? Dropping way too many NFTs in a bear market. Yeah, I agree. The intention isn't to just spam it, right? But like, I assume and I think a lot of people assume, and even Vivi has kind of said this too, but like they're contractually obligated to like drop a lot of this stuff. Like they probably, like we said, contractually obligated to drop, you know, at least one comic a week by Marvel, and it's up to Marvel to figure out which comic they want to drop. And again, this is all done like months in advance, or the contracts themselves are years old, saying like, okay, we like this, all right, from now on we're gonna do one comic a week, we're gonna do one drop a week, you know, or maybe, you know, 3 drops a month, like actual collectibles, and this is the timeline that we want to do it by, and this and that. So it's like, I'm sure Vivi has kind of consulted with them and kind of maybe try to help them understand, like rein in the collectibles, or not the collectibles, like rein in the mint numbers, maybe make the drop price a bit cheaper. Maybe they have done that, maybe they haven't. Maybe everything they did in writing was back in early 2022 when the bull run was still like either ending or it was like starting to die off and the bear market was basically starting. You know, that contract could have been signed a year and a half ago, and they're like, yeah, cool, we'll just keep doing 4,000 mint, 5,000 mint. Yeah, back then 4,000, 5,000 mint was like nothing. People bought those up instantly. But nowadays, who knows? And I'm not just, you know, making up excuses. I'm just trying to figure out like why that's the fact. And of course, you know, anything that's not a grail is going to look like spam, right? Actually, most things in the world is, you know, quote unquote, if you're looking at it through a collector's perspective, is spam. You know, 99.5% of comics in the real world are worth nothing. Not nothing, but worth, you know, dollars, less than 10 bucks. There's a very, very, very handful of actual comics in real life that are actually worth anything. So yeah, when you look at, I don't know, this, you know, Fallen Sun number or whatever, it's like, yeah, it looks like spam, but it's just like, it's just another comic. You know, same thing with you know, some of these comics, you know, Dark Avengers, whatever, you know, Vote Loki. It's like, oh, this is just spam. It's like, well, not everything can be a grail, but. And yes, it is. You actually do need some spam out there. So people that come into the app, look at a comic, and they're like, well, I want that one. They're like, oh wait, Giant Size X-Men's, you know, 87 gems. Let me just buy this one in the store or the market for $1.50. You know, 1.5 gems. You know, get some rando comic. People still on Vivi? JK, that's me too. Yeah, people still here? Are you guys insane? Would you have anything better to do with your day? Yeah. I don't know, like Vivi's been such a part of me. I don't know, I've been really like on and off, like with, I don't know about you guys, but like my interests and my hobbies have always just kind of flowed in and out like very quickly. I become like really obsessed about something for about 3 months, 6 months, sometimes 9 months at a time, and I'm like really obsessed with it. I want to learn everything I can and just really dissect it and kind of try to basically become understand as much as I can. Vivi's one of those things where it's like, I don't know, I just really like the community is definitely what helped me stay a lot, and also making content obviously too. But it's just that, like Vivi now is like literally a part of my life. I know it sounds cheesy or corny, but it's like, it's been a huge part of my life now for the better part of like 2.5 years. It's helped me make a lot of friends, a lot of connections, a good amount of money. You know, at this point, it's like, I'm also using it as a way to invest in a fun way and also kind of plan for my future. Cause the whole point is, you know, $10 Omi, right? What are we talking about? $10 Omi, I retire on that, get in my yacht, in my Vivi-verse. I'm flying around as Iron Man in the Vivi-verse and in real life. Because the $10 Omi, you know, all that's just a joke, but it's, you know, it's part of me now. And it's weird because it's a thing that a lot of my friends in real life don't know or understand. And I don't know, it's like I can share it with you guys. I try to bring it up like, you know, not even NFTs, but digital collectibles. And like my friends kind of get it, but not really. And I understand it, but all they want to do is just hang out and watch fantasy football and drink beer and whatever. It's like, okay, cool. Like, I'm not against that either. Standoff Chart donated $10, dude. Thank you so much. And I think I saw your comment down here. Nice to see you streaming more frequently again, Mr. Content, dude. Thank you so much for the $10. Yeah, that was the goal. And actually today I streamed a bit earlier because I did not work today, so I could stream like 3 hours earlier than normal. Nice. But yeah, that's the long story short of why I still like on Vivi and stuff like that. And it's cool stuff. It's actually a cool way to collect. And if I'm talking about like investing, I mean, I still have stuff in like actual stocks and whatever else and mutual funds and all that you know, but I do genuinely think like in the future, even though despite my current job, I do think traditional investing is not going to get like necessarily phased out, but I do think the technology of blockchain is going to be the future. Bitcoin and crypto is going to play a huge part in the financial future of a lot of people and just finances in general. I do think like, you know, my goal initially was to be like a financial advisor, but I do think like people are still going to want that. But like with the inception of like AI and a bunch of other things, and like honestly, my generation and the generations after me are really smart, and a lot of them, like there's more like millionaires under the age of 30 now than there ever was before, and a lot of it has to do with like online stuff. So it's like our generation's a little bit more educated, and because we have more access to resources and information, it's like I don't think it's not like nobody's going to use a financial advisor or anything like that, but it's like I think those jobs are going to be a little less, you know, wanted, let's say. I don't know, or needed, let's say. I could be completely wrong, but who knows? I do think AI, crypto, you know, robots, all this stuff is going to change the future. So thanks. I think you made all good points. Yeah, my goal is not to you know, my goal is whenever people say something, my goal is not to like prove you wrong. It's just like, this is my perspective. I hope you see it the same way or a different way or whatever. But I agree. Like, that's what I was like, dude, I agree. It's spam, you know, a lot, especially like who asked for this? Did anybody ask for this? Like, I don't want you, this is legitimately like spam. It's like, at this point, I feel like Marvel's just like, let's just throw some random shit at Vivi and those people and just see what sticks. This is probably one of the more out of left field drops that we've probably ever gotten, especially from like a licensed IP where everything's like pretty legit, or it's like, okay, here's a physical counterpart, which I'm sure there is to this, but it's like, is there just like a huge community of like Russian nesting doll collectors like that are asking for this? Like maybe not. I mean, there's a reason why like only 400 mints have actually sold. So again, Standoff Chart, thank you so much. My Collectibles, thank you. Give me some those Canadian doll hairs. Thank you so much for the $4. I really appreciate it. The little dancing guy, I'll leave him on there for a little bit. But thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Hanging out for a bit. We'll probably jump off the stream here in a little bit. We've been streaming for about an hour and a half. And actually, I do have friends and my roommate and stuff coming over here in a little bit because they get off work at 5. And they'll probably be here about 10 minutes after 5. So, but yeah, like this, like I agree. Like there is some things where, again, Vivi and or Marvel and Star Wars and all that stuff, like they're experimenting, right? They're trying different mediums. They're trying different things just to see if it works. I will say this, it's kind of crazy. I didn't realize it until I had it pulled up here. You can actually see like, it looks like it's made of wood. There's almost like a wood gradient to like the front of the faces and stuff like that. So it doesn't look like it's just like clean. It doesn't look plastic looking. Like it looks like it's actually made of wood, which is pretty crazy. So it's a good like attention to detail. Do I like the detail enough to spend 30 gems on it? No, but I like it. It's a good attention to detail. Enjoy the night vibes. Thank you for the stream. Of course, yeah. We're not getting off immediately. Probably in about 10 minutes. So if you guys have anything you guys want me to like cover in the meantime, while you guys have me. I do want to make a video though, talking about kind of just how I'm going to start tackling airdrops going forward. I do think myself and a lot of other people too, right, have been bit in the butt a little bit with the pencils, with the Hulks, you know, chasing airdrops, you know, buying stuff in the secondary, trying to get the airdrop. And I'll have to do a bit of research, but I know there was also a stamp too that I actually accidentally sold it too soon. I think it's the presidential. I don't remember which one it was. We actually have like we have 3 series of presidential drops. It was this one. I remember actually landing this one. Listing for sale. So this was the set. I remember this set. This is probably one of the ones I actually made a mistake, but it actually ended up working out for me in the future, like later on. So I remember actually landing this. I remember playing the drop. I actually landed the ultra rare on drop, and this is the one where you got airdropped the forgot what stamp it was. Yeah, it was this one, the White House stamp. And I remember getting this on drop, and I was like, I'll just wait a bit and I'll just buy the rest of the set, and just sell it. I'll get the airdrop and I'll just sell it. And I made a mistake, and I sold this a day earlier than I thought, because it said like this time on this date, and I thought it was midnight, but it was actually like noon or something like that. So I actually ended up selling this at midnight. I don't remember what the price was. I think it was like 50 or 60 gems or something like that. And I sold it at like 12 hours too soon, and I didn't realize till the next morning the airdrop didn't happen yet, and the price of this was still going up a little bit, but I was like, oh, I sold this too soon, and I completely missed the airdrop, so I sold everything else. But it actually ended up being that, like, between the secret rare and the entire stamp set, I actually ended up making profit. So I could have rebought the whole set, including this airdrop stamp, and still had like 12 gems to spare. I'm like, wait, it actually worked out to my benefit that I sold right before the airdrop and bought everything else. And I'm like, that is so strange. And I feel like that's almost the same thing here, right? With like the Hulk and the pencils, where it's like, the stamps are a bit of a different, because the barrier to entry is so small. It was like 6 gems, right, to get started. But with these other ones, like 50 gem or 40 gem, like collectibles to like even get the airdrop, like I was almost like better off just selling them and then just buying the secret rare or the airdrop or after the fact. So it's like, you know, again, not funding Vivi, not funding the drops, but it's just like, all right, this has happened like 5 or 6 times already with these airdrops that are like pre-announced. This is how everyone treats it. People are going to just stop going for these because people are tired of like paying a small premium to chase these in the secondary. So it's like my whole thing, I think, going forward with airdrops is like, I'm going to play the drop. If it's a blind box like this, if I get the highest rarity, I might get the rest to complete the set. But for the most part, if I don't land the top 2 like highest rarity things on the drop, like I'm just not going to go for it. It's just not worth it, because I feel like I always end up losing money in the end. But that's my plan. That's kind of the long story short of the video I'm going to talk about, but I'll probably provide more examples and all that stuff. So all right, so it seems like not much to talk about here, which is fine. There is another live stream going on. Let's go ahead and raid. I could have sworn someone else is streaming right now. I could have sworn Kid Arcade was streaming. Okay, maybe okay, they already finished. Okay, there was a 1-hour stream. All right, I'll do this at least. So Kid Arcade is done streaming with Danny DeBull, but at least watch this video. That's a video he just dropped. Click that link, go watch it. So go watch the, that was a live stream that just ended an hour ago. So please go check out that video after you're done here. Yeah, selling pre-airdrop is the way. Some people will always be happy to pay extra for those to play the airdrop. Yeah. And so that's gonna, right now I own the Hulk set, but you guys can see here, I mean, I don't mind showing you how much I paid for my stupid Hulks. So like this Hulk, you know, I paid 170 for it, and right now it's going for, well, right now it's going for 125, but there's a couple opportunities to buy for like 112. And same thing with Red Hulk. You know, I actually managed to get Red Hulk while it was pumping on the market. I remember I missed the drop. Or no, I missed the drop, then I missed the rebound, and then it was at like 70. I bought this for 71 gems. So 71. So when I bought it on the way up, and I'm like, okay, I think I bought it at a good price, whatever. Then it went to 100, then like 150. Then remember it went up to like almost 200, and I'm like, man, I'm really glad I bought it at 71. You know, even after the airdrop, okay, this might pull back to like 100, but I'm still in the profit. And this thing's all the way down to 60. And so, you know, we can get mad at the community. We can get mad at, you know, Vivi for taking too long. We can get mad at Marvel for maybe not a better like airdrop, and like maybe if the Gray Hulk was better, whatever. But it's like, you know, if this was the first time it happened, we're kind of like, all right, like what's going on here? But like this is like the 5th or 6th time this has happened with like the whole like pre-announced airdrop. So it's like, all right, at this point in my mind, I'm like, all right, if this is how the community is going to treat these airdrops, I either need to adjust and either sell it, or I wait, and if I'm going to go for the airdrop, wait for the airdrop to get announced, buy all the stuff then when it's at a huge discount, and then get the airdrop or whatever. It's like, it's just one of those things where it's like, you can either complain about it or like come up with an idea. And I do think there's a lot of people that are just like flooring for no reason. You know, people flooring for an absolute loss for whatever reason. But at the same time, for me, it's like, I'm just going to adjust. And even then, I was even questionable buying the Planet Hulk for like 170. I'm like, do I really need to buy this? Because man, it seems a bit risky, and you know, all that stuff. They didn't really tell us technically when the airdrop was going to happen, but I don't know. I think we legitimately just need more people on the platform. We need more collectors. We need more money flowing through the platform. We need more compelling airdrops, or we need secret airdrops that are just announced, right? You own this set, Vivi doesn't say anything about it for like 2 months, and then randomly they're like, oh yeah, by the way, all the Hulk drops, if you own these 4 Hulk drops, you just get an airdrop, right? Just don't even announce it. And I realize like Disney and Marvel and all that stuff like need stuff, you know, they might need to pre-announce stuff, but for me it's like, I don't know, I'm tired of getting bit in the ass because of my actions, right? I'm buying this stuff. Like, I'm not gonna, I don't know. That was a small tangent there, but the MCP points you get from buying in store is also another reason to buy these. That too. If you break even with the pencil, yeah, and the whole pencil thing was a bit weird. That was a kind of a new dynamic. That one almost just encouraged flooring, right? And like after the Wreck-It Ralph, people started pricing in the pencils because people had no idea what the price the pencil's at after Wreck-It Ralph, and then it kind of was at like 20 gems and it skyrocketed up to 50 because whales were buying it to restrict the supply of the desks. But even then, like I'm you know, I like that Disney and Marvel and all these things are trying different things, but all these like pre-announced airdrops and you have to buy this and that, like everyone's playing the same game, everyone knows the rules, and at this point it's like, I don't know, like I don't have like, I'm not complaining, I'm just saying this is what's happening. I knew buying Planet Hulk at 170 was probably a mistake, but I bought it anyway, thinking that we're going to get the Hulk airdrop sooner rather than later, or the announcement, it would go up in price. I don't know, but pure gold vibes. Thank you, Master. No, thank you, dude, for watching. So let's go. I just need money. Yeah, we all just need money. Why can't we just have a few billionaires come on the Vivi app and start buying shit? That's all I want. It's really all I want. It's just right now, it's just a tough time. It's a tough time for everyone. I haven't put a whole lot of money into Vivi. I've been putting my money into Omi. The money I would have put into Vivi is now going to Omi at this point. And to be quite frank, until I don't say until I see a reason, I'm still buying I'm still buying comics here and there when I can, or a certain collectible. Like actually, probably the next collectible I'm gonna buy is one of these two. Only one of this one. Oh my gosh, what is it? Oh yeah, it's Hal Jordan. I think a lot of people are sleeping on this dude. I don't know what my price range is to buy him, maybe 25, whatever it is, but it's like, it's still a first appearance of a Justice League member. You know, is he as popular as Superman? Is he as popular as Wonder Woman or the Flash? No, but dude is like way below retail, and he's still FA. So this is probably like one of the next ones I'm going to buy here. I'm just kind of waiting for it to get so cheap that people aren't talking about him. Maybe during like 14 days of Vivi during Christmas. I think I'm going to buy a good amount of stuff during Christmas time when like no one's talking about it. That's kind of my goal, is like buy Hal Jordan, some other stuff when just like no one's talking about it. So I'm still putting money into Vivi. I'm just kind of being extremely picky and waiting for the right time. And as of right now, it's just not the right time for me personally. Or, you know, Vivi announced crafting or burning, whatever, like those are actual catalysts that would cause the market to turn around, or at least for specific NFTs, right? So as of right now, there's not a huge reason, at least in the immediate reason, to buy a bunch of stuff, right? But then again, that's the whole reason why you DCA or you start buying stuff accumulating slowly, right? So the people that have been accumulating comics slowly, you know, you buy a comic once a week, you know, you buy one giant size X-Men every week, whatever, even if the price is going up or down, doesn't matter. Then eventually they announce crafting, or maybe, hey, you craft 10 giant size X-Men ones together and now you get this cool cover. You don't burn it, but you just craft them, you just own 10. The price of all those are going to go crazy. So good point. Yes, sir. My next collectible is Lambo. Yeah, Lambo for me, it's this one or this one. You guys know this, Necronomicon. I'm waiting for this to get a bit cheaper. This is a cool book. Very, very, you know, I feel like it's brought up a lot, and a lot of like lore and sci-fi and horror and I don't know, all kinds of stuff. So I do like this. I do like that. I do want to have that in the Viviverse with me, like on a desk or just something weird. There's a handful of others that I do want to buy. I have a whole like wish list stuff that I do want to buy when it gets a bit cheaper. So let's see here. One big well could demolish the market. Buy everything. Yeah, just buy all my stuff. Don't buy Slav stuff. Don't buy Kid Arcades. Buy just my stuff. That's what I want. No, just buy our stuff, please. Venom 1 comic. Yeah, Venom 1 is also another good comic. When the dust settles, what will still matter? First Marvel NFT, first DC NFT, first Disney, maybe. Vivi stays in the game and Vivi collecting experience is good. Or if you make a video of transferring your Omi into your Vivi wallet, that would be interesting. Dude, I did that for the first time, I shit you not, like 2 days ago. And I was shitting my pants the whole time because I was like, if I mess up at any point during this, I am losing like $1,000 worth of Omi, which was, it's about $1 million right now. It's or a little over $1 million. And I did, of course, did test, movement. So I like moved. Dude, it's a whole process, but there's a lot of videos on it. I will say, Foster Hilt's video he made like less than a month ago or about a month ago when the whole like Vivi pump or like Omi pump happened. He has a good video. If you follow his video alongside the instructions that the like ecomi team posted on Twitter on like how to bridge your Omi, you should be fine. I don't know. I couldn't make a video about it because I've literally only done it once. And so I can't suggest on like how to do it or like advise. So Black Lambo. Yes, sir. I've been mainly buying common and uncommon comics to get floored after drop. Yeah. And that's going to be, and everyone has a different plan, right? Either buying grails or buying a ton of cheap, good entry point comics. Because when people come onto the app, right, not everyone's going to buy a, 700 gem Todd. People are going to be like, oof, okay, I like collectibles or I like comics, but that's a bit too much. Like, is there any like just cheap shit I could just buy and like take a look at? Or like, hey, I like, Spider-Man. I'm going to buy this Spider-Man comic or whatever. And, they don't need to buy AF-15. Not every Spider-Man fan is going to buy AF-15, but there's a whole bunch of other Spider-Man comics that are like less than 2 gems right now that people might want to buy, or X-Men or whatever it is, right? So, all right, guys. Well, thanks for stopping by. I know we kind of went off on a small tangent there, but I think I will make a video. It sounds like it's a topic you guys are interested in. It's one I'm interested in as well, about like what's going to be my personal play going forward on these like airdrops. Okay, if Vivi announces an airdrop next time for I don't even know, like X-Men or whatever. Okay, X-Men might be a small exception. I might just like degen into it, but if they did an airdrop with like Star Wars or something like that, or something random, it's like, all right, I'm gonna play it a bit differently, and depending on how it's structured, I might end up just flipping it, but we'll see. Or just flip the stuff you do win, and then you just wait a month, sometime just before the airdrop, then you buy everything, and then you can kind of get what you want. But who knows? But anyway, thanks for stopping by, guys. Please check out Kid Arcade's video. They were live streaming earlier while we were live streaming, so I'm definitely gonna watch that because I do like obviously Kid Arcade as well as Danny DeBull. I'm sure they brought up some good points. All right, last little comment here. Unless it's Pokemon, I don't see any announcement from Vivi moving the market too much. We are waiting for macro to turn around interest rates. Yeah, that's kind of my take too. The only thing that could help Vivi move internally in the market is like some crazy Omi utility or some crazy MCP program or some crazy burn mechanic or just something to kind of shake up the market a bit, right? Get the people with Omi on Vivi right now a reason to start buying stuff. Either they get a discount or they can burn that to do something else, or people with a lot of MCP points, you can convert that for tickets and now you can, instantly win drops, or you can start burning comics and or collectibles to get this thing. They just need to do something to shake up the market internally. That's the only way I can see. And again, that's not going to cause the entire market to skyrocket. We would have to wait, like you said, for the macro to change in order to see like the entire market go up like the last bull run, right? Shawnee P, what's up, dude? I'm literally about to end the stream. Yeah, you just missed it, but we're about to end it right now. I did mention you earlier. I was actually kind of giving a shout out to a bunch of old school content creators as well as you as well. So I'm hopping off right now. I actually started the stream much earlier today than what I typically do. So, but I'll catch you guys next time. So please double and triple check all of your listings so you don't screw yourself over. And I'll catch you guys next time.